Hi guys, Jay here. I'm going to offer you some recommendations and ways in which you might modify or set up workouts for your kids. In previous weeks, I've looked more closely at a specific CrossFit linchpin workout. This week is going to be slightly different. I alluded to last week that one of the great ways to enthuse your children about working out and doing CrossFit Kids workouts is to give them some ownership of the workout. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience of that. So last week, my children completed a workout that they came up with themselves. They asked if they could come up with the workout, and of course they said yes. And the workout, with some support, was put together like this. So it's 5 rounds of a you go, I go workout, so a partner workout for run 200 or 400 meters. So it had been 200 meters for my younger child, my daughter, and 400 meters for my older child, my son. 7 jumping bar muscle ups and 5 dumbbell push press. So they came up with the movements. I supported them with the reps and the number of rounds and the sort of layout of the workout, the you go, I go. But it was very much Jonah wanted to run, my son wanted to run, Ava wanted to do jumping bar muscle ups, and they both really liked the push press. So those were the movements we chose. I suggested doing a partner workout. They said great. And then I sort of discussed the number of reps and the distances they should run. So today I'm going to talk about how that goes. I'm going to show you an edited version, a video of them doing that workout. But also I'm going to talk about some alternative movements that I could have programmed. And then I'm going to talk about how I evaluated the workout, so how it went, how I feel like the workout went for those guys. So, the reason I chose a shorter run, Jonah is a very good runner, and Ava is a good runner also, but she's almost 3 years younger than Jonah. So just the amount of time that it takes her to do a 200 there and back is almost about the same sort of time it takes Jonah to do a 400 there and back, give or take maybe 10 to 20 seconds. They decided on the jumping bar muscle up. Now, in terms of the run, you could have shuttle runs in place here. So the shuttle runs would be great in an affiliate setting if you didn't want to take the children out onto the road. Keeps it short, keeps it sharp, keeps their attention focused. For the jumping bar muscle up, now we chose that simply because they wanted to do that movement last week. But a great progression, any of our bar hanging progressions that we've gone over in previous weeks. So the hang, the hand releases, the side to side traverse, or the hip taps, or the round the worlds. They're all great progressions, and any one of those could have fitted in either for a length of time for a hang or a number of reps for maybe one of the releases or the round the worlds or the hip taps. Or alternatively, you could do one of the pull-up progressions, which are closely linked to the bar hanging progressions, but you could do some hollows to Superman, some dish to Superman, just like we showed in the video last week. That's a great initial progression for teaching the children an element that they need to have before they can kip. Or one of the toenail pull-ups, which is also a progression that you've seen in previous videos. They could easily slot it into there. For our push press, we could have looked at the push press unloaded, so just teaching the dip and the drive and where they finish, so making sure that their hands are finishing, their arms are finishing overhead in line with their ears, over the middle of their foot. Or we could have done a press without the dip, so just a normal press unloaded, or with a dumbbell. Those could have easily been slotted into any of those movements. Really, my point to this is to talk about how I'd evaluate this workout, really, and they had great fun doing this workout. They absolutely loved it. Some of the things that I considered after the workout, I feel like the workout was probably too long for my younger child. She started to lose a little bit of focus, and she started to miss a couple of the jumping bar muscle ups just through a lack of concentration. So that was telling me that actually we've done enough there. Now I asked her, I said, I think we should stop. And she said, no, I really want to finish this workout. She She was really determined to finish this workout, almost to the point that she got upset that I had suggested that she shouldn't finish the workout. So that sort of leads me on to my second point. This workout allowed for growth between the years for my daughter. You know, she showed resilience, she showed commitment, and she showed some determination to finish that workout. So in that respect, she showed a great amount of emotional maturity to finish the workout, and she regained her focus from me saying I think we should stop. But that said, I do think it was probably a bit too long for her. I probably would have given her 4 rounds to do if I'd programmed that workout again. Or I'd see how she goes with the 5 rounds again, because she's had experience of it again, and talk to her about concentrating throughout the workout. For my oldest child, my son, there was too much rest. You know, I feel like he's almost at a stage where I can up the intensity a little bit for him. He's been doing CrossFit Kids for many years now. And to be honest, he was hardly out of breath after doing this workout, so for any stage of that workout. So I think I could have maybe done this without the rest, him doing that workout on his own, or given him a shorter amount of rest. So he goes on his run as soon as my younger daughter came back from her run. So she'd have finished the movements and he goes straight back into those movements. Maybe that's the way I'd have adjusted this workout for next time for him. In terms of a class, just some considerations if you're doing this sort of workout in an affiliate. Potentially, these movements might be too complex. You know, teaching them the jumping bar muscle up and then teaching them the dumbbell push press in terms of the amount of focus they would need for each of those elements each element when you're working on those skills before the workout, and then to maintain concentration during the skill. Now, like I've mentioned previously, my children have been doing CrossFit Kids for many years now, and you know, for example, for the push press, yes, I have to recap and reinforce some of the points of performance, but they do know the movement. So therefore I could have a focus on the bar muscle up and making sure that some of the points of performance there were, and I could spend a bit more time on those points of performance before we did the workout. That said, we addressed both, and we spoke about you know, the things that we were looking for in those, but that's because I believe because of the experience my children would have had. In a class setting, I would have probably programmed some of the simpler progressions and possibly even the press, depending on where the children were at. I hope you found today's video insightful and you enjoy watching the video of my children go through that workout. To round off this week's video, I am going to offer you some recommendations for how you might adapt Tuesday's workout for your children. Look back through previous videos for demonstrations for some of the movements that you see in this workout. So for Tuesday the 23rd of November, we have 7 rounds of 14 GHD sit-ups, 7 strict dips, and 4 bar muscle-ups. Now, an appropriate modification for our more advanced children might be 5 rounds of 7 sit-ups, a 10-second ring support. So we're looking at one aspect that they need to be able to do those strict dips. So focusing on that one aspect is a great sort of way to move our more advanced children on. And then jumping bar muscle-ups, which you've just seen in that last video that my children did as their own workout that they created. For my less experienced athletes, I'm going to not focus on a 5 rounds of, even though this is still for quality, as all of our children's workouts are. This is going to be an AMRAP in a given time, and as I've mentioned, this is absolutely dependent on the capacity and emotional maturity of your children. So an AMRAP in a given time of 5 sit-ups. We're going to do 4 push-up progressions. So your push-up progressions could be a plank hold for maybe 10 to 20 seconds, or 4 warm-up push-ups, or 4 box push-ups, so they're elevated on a box, or 4 regular push-ups depending on where they're at. And to finish off with, we're looking at one aspect of the bar muscle-up that they require, and because they're less experienced, it's quite likely that they need to develop some grip strength. So they've got 6, but 3 plus 3, so 3 on the left, 3 on the right, of bar hanging monkey taps. So you can look back through some of the previous videos to have a look at those bar hanging progressions. For our no equipment option, we've got, again, an AMRAP in a given time. We've got 5 sit-ups, so it mirrors the less experienced, but for your more experienced children, they'll obviously get through more work in that given time. 4 push-up progressions, so depending on where they're at, picking one of those progressions. And just because this core to extremity that we get from the bar muscle up, I think it'd be nice to replicate that sort of aggressive hip that we see in the bar muscle up, just in that broad jump. So 3 broad jumps, jumping out as far as they can, jumping back again as far as they can, and then for a 3rd time going back the other way, and keep cycling through that as they would in an AMRAP. I hope you found me sharing my experience of the children programming their own workouts and some of the considerations that I looked at afterwards, and have fun playing around with this if you attack this workout with your children.